Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Dive Bombers franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. We are in year number 12 here in the Green Nachos League, and year number 6 in control of the Dive Bombers. Last episode for our Bombers saw us get our first win of the season finally, as we scored our first runs after 20 2/3 innings of failing to get one across. We ended up holding on to beat the Tramplers in a 5-3 victory behind a well-pitched game from Philly Mac. And we are now 1-2 in the season, heading into our final game here in the first four-game segment before we enter the simulation part of this season. On the mound for us today will be the two-way player Lee Mack. Two-way infielder will be starting for the first time this year. And on the mound for the Bird Lizards is their former ace, Jamison Lester, who has moved down to their number 3 spot in the rotation, but he is still a effective starter, having Tier 1 Metalhead and Tier 2 Choker, while Lee Mack only has the Tier 2 two-way infielder trait. Bird Lizards come in at 1-1. They've played one less game than us, and we are 1-2. This is our first divisional opponent, though, of the season. Bird Lizards, if you'll remember, made the playoffs with us last year, I believe, as the number, I want to say 4 seed, if I remember correctly. Let's go back and check that real quick before I lie to you people. Yes, we swept them in the first round of the playoffs, so this is not only a divisional opponent, it's also a playoff rematch from last season. So the Bird Lizards are looking for some revenge. Here's the lineup for today's game. Leading off in left field is locked-in Garlic Simmons. Batting second at first base is Albert Murphy. Batting third, right fielder Salvador Pruitt. Batting fourth, locked-in second baseman Arrest Blacksmith. Batting fifth, catching today, Marvin DeKennis. Batting sixth in center field, the rookie C.T. Driver. Batting seventh is third baseman Quinn Ventura. I'm actually going to move him above Driver, I think. Yes, that would make the most sense. And then batting 7th will be Driver, and then batting 8th will be 10th shortstop Blake Benwood, with Lee Mack on the mound batting number 9, and he's no slouch in the batter's box for those of you who know. Lineup for the Bird Lizards, leading off at catcher, former Thumper captain and Bash Blonde number 3. From way back at the beginning of the Green Nachos League, it is Shane Cruz, locked-in catcher at 37 years old, still in the league 12 seasons later. Batting second, right fielder Alfredo Pratt. Batting third, first baseman Emmanuel Slubby. Batting fourth, left fielder Jackson Roquefort. Batting fifth, shortstop Athena Castor. Batting sixth, second baseman young Lilith Love. Batting seventh, another former Thumper, third baseman today, Kane Tambor. Batting eighth, center fielder Michaela Success, and batting ninth is Jamison Lester. Looking at their bench, they have Nicholas Von Wolf, the left fielder, Chloe Rodriguez, the veteran third baseman, who is tense, catcher September Potts, tense first baseman Hefty Elliott, former Furry Flyer, Thumper, and Dive Bomber, if I remember correctly, and right fielder Bentley Nixon. And then the rest of the pitching rotation, Jamison Harrington is still their S-tier ace, Eduardo Weaver is their 2, Lester is their 3. He used to be S-tier, he's now A-tier. Anthony Dixon, the young right-hander, is the number 4. And then in the bullpen, Hannah Butters, Silas Burnswell, Garrison, Zachariah Stone, and Flower Macho Man. Not a lot of changes here in the bullpen for the Bird Lizards. I believe the only change is Macho Man. All right, let's jump into it and have some fun as we go have to Colonial Plaza here under the lights as we are back home. It is our first home game this season, so we are raising our championship banner today there at the base of the building there in left center behind the bullpens. It's like a little cathedral kind of tower building, so we're going to put it right there. Perfect. Glad to be back recording content. Let's go. Let's do it. Shane Cruz leads off, batting 500. Catcher's locked in with 1 homer, 2 RBIs on the year, facing Lee Mack, the left-hander. Two-way pitcher has 4-seamer, 2-seamer, slider, and changeup. He's a better hitter than he is a pitcher, but he's a suitable number 4 for the time being. Worked out for us last year, though the ERA was a tad bit high. I believe his ERA ended up over 6, if I remember correctly. That's pulled foul, 1-1. Slider down and in. Cruz grounds up the middle to shortstop. Benwood dives out of his reach as it rolls past him into center field. That's a leadoff single for the veteran, Shane Cruz. Next up, right fielder Alfredo Pratt, batting 300 with a homer and an RBI. He is Tier 2 Dive Wizard. That's a defensive trait, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Check of the runner. First pitch slider up and away. Pulled up the third base line. Past the diving Ventura. It's a fair ball slicing away into the corner. Simmons cuts it off quickly, so that will hold Cruz at second base. First and second, nobody out here to start the game for the Bird Lizards, and here comes first baseman Emmanuel Slubby. hitless on the season. He's normally a center fielder by trait, but he's playing behind Michaela's Success, so he's at his backup position of first base today. Forcing roughing in, that's a strike, 0-1. And partly because Hefty Elliott is not playing today because he's tense. Change it down from Lee Mack, that's low, 1-1. Using up and away, fouled off late, 1-2. Forcing down and in, foul back, still 1-2. Slider down and away. Checked. Can I help you, Emmanuel? No, you're just looking. Take your window shopping but elsewhere. First punch out of the air for Lee Mack. He gone. Next up, left fielder Jackson Roquefort hitting .222 with an RBI. Double play still in order here as there's a force at any base here. Try to turn it. Pushing down and in, caught the knees, 0-1. Slider away, off the edge, 1-1. Change down and away. Roquefort taking on the check swing. Good hold there, 2-1. Forcing up and away is fouled back. We got a 2-2 count now. Forcing up and in, ripped out of play. We're staying at 2-2. Forcing down the way. He gone! Blew it by him as he chased it out of the zone. Back-to-back Ks for Lee Mack. 2 on, 2 down for shortstop Athena Castor with Tier 2 RBI 0 active. Hitting .286 with an RBI. She also have Tier 1 base rounder. She starts running the bases. So we'll see how things work out here. Two-seamer up and in on the first one. That's inside for a called ball. Down the way. Broken bat fouled back out of play as we're going to get some new lumber there for Castor. We got ourselves some firewood. 1-1. Slide it down and in, chopped in the hole to first, cut off by Murphy on the backhand. He'll flip to Lee Mack, and that ends the inning. Good pitching, Lee, as he's locked in after a nice shutdown inning after 2 leadoff hits. Bottom 1, Simmons, Murphy, and Pruitt coming up. All right. Love to see that. Lee Mack settling into a groove. Garlic Simmons leading off in left field, locked in, hitting .462 with Tier 2 first pitch Slayer, facing veteran Jamison Lester. He's regressed a little bit here in the series, but he's still really good. Curveball misses low, 1-0. Tier 1 Metalhead, Tier 2 Choker, so won't exactly excel in high-pressure situations, but he has a 25% chance of not getting injured if he gets hit in the head. That slider's low, 1-1. Heater misses outside to Simmons, 1-2. Good hitters count for Garlic. Got her up at the middle of the zone, hit up the middle past the diving glove of Love into right center. It's a base hit. Lead off single for Simmons as he's on with nobody out. Albert Murphy up next, first baseman with Tier 3 consistent, hitting .308 on the year. Cruz's arm is still pretty good. It's not as good as it used to be in his younger years, but it's pretty good still, so thankfully Simmons has really great speed. There he goes on the first pitch, fastball up and away, strike call, throw down by Cruz, not in time as Simmons beats the tag. Simmons was going on first movement, and that's the first stolen base of the year for the team. 0-1 count to Murphy, activating Tier 2 Little Hack. Curveball away, hitting the hold of short right at Castor. Throw to first in time for the first out as the runner holds second. Next up, Pruitt, right fielder, hitting .417 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Salvador coming off a home run last game. Almost hit it out of the ballpark. I believe it was at Emerald Diamond. That one's low, 1-0. Change down and in. That is a strike, 1-1. Get it down and in. Forced up the middle. Diving is Love behind the bag at second. She'll throw to first. 2 down. Good play by the young second baseman. Saving a run there as Simmons moves up to third on the play. 2 down for Blacksmith. Second baseman locked in, hitting .364 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Curve up and away. Misses outside. 1-0. Curve in there. 1-1. Out in front of the changeup, just below the knees, 1-2. That activates Tier 2 whiffer against Blacksmith. Peter down in the way, lined into center field as she got the bat head to it and put it into center for a hit. RBI knock for Blacksmith. It's 1-0 Bombers. We're on the board. Marvin DeKennis, the young catcher, up next, hitting .250 on the year for the sophomore. Peter in there at the knees, 0-1. There goes. Slider up and in. That is a ball. Throw in down to second. Not in time as Blacksmith steals off her old teammate Cruz. Remember, they played on the Thumpers together for a few seasons. Blacksmith's first steal of the year. She's 1 for 1. 1-1 counted to Kennis now with an RBI chance. Slider up. Hanger. Hit through the legs of Lester into center field, but it's right at Michaela's Success, who has the best arm. And with Base Jogger, we're not testing that at all, even if at Tier 1. I think, yeah. Next up, Quinn Ventura, third baseman with Tier 3 outside pitch. Tier 2 stimulated. He's hitting .083 on the year, so that is 1 for 11, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. 1 for 12, actually. He is not having a good season so far. Change up in there at the knees, 0-1. Having a little bit of that sophomore slump here to start the season. And he's quickly behind 0-2 as Lester refuses to hit the outside corner. Heater down and in, jams Ventura out the right center field. That's a tough play, but Success will get there as it hangs up just enough. And that ends the inning. The RBI knock for Blacksmith makes it 1-0 Bombers to the second. Love, Tambor, and Success coming up. Lilith Love leads off at second base, the young middle infielder. Tier 1 volatile active, hitting .556 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Facing a locked-in Lee Mack. Slider up and in on the first one. That's a strike, 0-1. Down and in, Chase, broken back grounder back to McDonald, who dodges the shrapnel, throws the first, 1 down. Next up, Kane Tambor, third baseman with Tier 1 off-speed hitter, hitting .300 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Two-seamer up and away in the first one, fouled back, 0-1. Four-seamer down and in, hit back to Lee Mack, who reaches back behind his back and picks it out of the air for the second out. Good reactions. Next up, Michaela's Success. Center fielder batting in the 8th slot today, hitting .375 with a homer, 2 RBIs. She'll have Tier 2 distractor active if she reaches base here. Change it middle of the zone. That is fouled off, thankfully, out of play on the right side as she was just a little late on it, 0-1. Line to short, right at Benwood, who picks it on a hop, throw to first. 1-2-3 inning for Lee Mack as he's through the second. Bottom two, Driver, Benwood, and Lee Mack coming up. Okay, Lee, you're settling into a groove. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Here's CT Driver, the rookie center fielder, still looking for his first career hit. Tier 2 durable active for the young outfielder. Curve down and in, strike call from Lester, 0-1 as that activates Tier 2 Little Hack. Heater misses outside, 1-1 as that takes it away. Change up check, strike called, 1-2, Little Hack active again. Heater way up the first base line, slicing, picked by Slubby up the line. He'll take it to the bag, 1 down. Benwood up next, shortstop is tense. He is hitless on the air. He has failed to reach base every time he's gotten to the plate this season. Heater down and in, that's a strike, 0-1. Is that true? Yeah, he hasn't even gotten a walk. Jesus. He has scored once, but that's because it was a fielder's choice, I believe. 0-1 pitch, hit down the right field line on a high heater. That's going to hang up, though, down the line for Pratt and right. 2 down for the 9-hitter. It's Lee Mack. Lee McDonald's locked in, batting 4 for 5 on the year. He's a two-way player, so he's actually an infielder as well as a starting pitcher, but he's not great defensively, so I tend to limit him to pinch hit duties and DH roles if necessary. Change up away, strike called, 0-1. Maybe if he gets to on fire, I'll let him play the field. Change up inside, misses, 1-1. Cutter down and in, grounder right at the second baseman Love. Throw to first, 1-2-3 inning here for Lester as he matches McDonald. Top 3, Lester, Cruz, and Pratt coming up. Pardon me. 9-1-2 due up for the Bird Lizards in the third. Lester getting his first at bat of the year. Forcing her up and away. That's a strike. 0-1. 98 on the gun from Lee Mack. Two-seamer up. Fouled off. 0-2. Slider down. Pulled up the first base line. Foul. 0-2. Change it down and in. Checked. Ooh, just low. 1-2. Pushing up and in. Jammed him. Popped foul. Out of play on the left side now. 1-2. Two-seamer up and away. Lined in the hole between Thornton's shirt. Past the diving glove of Ventura, but Benwood backhands and air mails the throw over the first baseman's head. That is going to stay in play there in the deep foul territory here, as that's going to be an E6 as Lester will reach. Cruz is up next, 1-for-1 with a single locked in. Pitcher in scoring position, which activates RBI 0, which Cruz picked up. Forcing repping in on the first one. Doors, 0-1 as he swung underneath it. Change it down in the way. Outside, 1-1. Count evens up for Cruz. Two-seamer up and away. Chased it out of the zone, 1-2. Slided down and in. Chased it, strike 3 as that drops out of the zone. Lee Mack's third punch out today. He gone. Pratt up next, 1-for-1 with a single. Slider down and in. Low, 1-1. Or 1-0, Jesus. Four-seamer down. Doors, blew it by him at the knees, 1-1. Change up and in. Pratt turns on it, belts it, deep left field, carrying well. Simmons watches it go as that one is going to find its way back to the Jurassic times. Home run there for the Bird Lizards as Pratt puts his second homer on the board. It is 2-1. Bird Lizards take the lead. Elevated the changeup. That was not the right pitch. Slubby up next, 0-for-1 intense. Probably not the right location. Maybe it was the right pitch. Slubby struck out his first at bat. First pitch heater lined deep to right. Pruitt to the warning track makes the catch, though. 2 down. Now to bring up Roquefort, who's 0-for-1 with a strikeout as well. Change up down and in on the first one is a called strike on the edge. 0-1. Two-seam up and away. High, 1-1. Down and away. Line to right center field. That is into the gap, and that's going to roll to the fence as Driver will chase after it. Playing the ricochet correctly, he'll throw it in, but it is a double for Roquefort, his first hit today. He's 1-for-2. Inning will continue with 1 down for Castor, who's 0-for-1, or 2 down. RBI 0 once again is active, though. Grounded out to Murphy her first time up. You see him at the knees. That's a strike, 0-1. Good pitch there from Lee Mack. Forcing repping in. Inside check, 1-1. Slided down and in. Chased, fouled back, 1-2. Forcing repping away. Checked outside, 2-2. Good hold. Change it down and away. Runner goes for third. Hit on the hit and run, but out of play, 2-2. Down and in. Pulled foul, out of play. Count remains 2-2. Good battle here between Castor and Lee Mack. Forcing her outside. Ball 3 that never threatened the zone. Full count. Slide up and in. Ball 4 just missed the high inside corner. First walk today for Lee Mack. 2 on, 2 down for Lilith Love. 0-for-1 day for the second baseman. Changed away on the first one. Pulled foul. 0-1. Brings me down and in. Missed inside. 1-1. Slider inside. Runners go. Hit and run to first. Liner caught by Murphy, and that ends the inning as she tried to float it over the infield there on the right side and didn't get it past him. But a home run here for the Bird Lizards gives them the 2-1 lead as Alfredo Pratt hits an elevated changeup out of the ballpark on the left side. 2-1, bottom 3. Simmons, Murphy, and Pruitt coming up. Here's Simmons, 1-for-1 with a single, locked in today. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. Heater inside, nowhere near the zone. 1-0 from Lester. Curveball hangs on the next pitch, pulled to right center field. That's going to be in the gap, and that is going to be extra bases for Simmons, rolling to the fence. Success gets it in off the ricochet, but it is a leadoff double for Simmons. 2-for-2 day for him to start it. Next is going to bring up Murphy, 0-for-1 with a ground out to short. Heater inside, off the edge, 1-0. Change up and in, rope foul by Albert, out of play, 1-1. Cutter down and in, grounder to second. Love backhands. Will take the out at first on the fielder's choice. 1 down. Simmons the third as the tying run. Here's Pruitt 0-for-1 today with a... What was his... I forget what he did. Ball away, outside, 1-0. I want to say it was a ground out or something. Curve in there at the knees, 1-1. Slide up and away, popped it up, chased that elevated slider. Love makes the catch, 2 down. Puts it on Blacksmith, who singled home Simmons her first time up. She's going to try and do it again here. 1-1 today, and also has stolen a base. Change up away, high and outside from Lester, 1-0. Curve drops low, 2-0 count to Blacksmith. Chase the elevated heater out of the zone, 2-1. Bad pitch to swing at. Curve in there at the knees, down and in, 2-2. Good biting action on that breaker. Whiffer activates a tier 2. Change up, rope foul off the Bird Lizard's dugout railing. 2-2. Slider down in the way, skied off the end of the bat to right center. That's going to hang up, though, for success, and that's going to end the inning. So we get a leadoff double, but can't score. Top four, it's 2-1. Tambour's success in Leicester coming up. Here's Tambour. He's 0 for 1 today. Four-seamer down. That's ball, 1-0. Two-seamer up and away. Hit to the right center gap, holding up for Pruitt on the fly ball, 1 down. Next up, Success, who's 0 for 1. Line back to the pitcher, first time up. Slider outside, 1-0. Heater up and away, left foul off late, 1-1. Change it down. That's low, 2-1. Two-seamer up. Popped her up. Shortstop Benwood is in. Rattled, but he'll still make the catch, 2 down. Base is empty for Leicester. He's 0 for 1 today. Reach on an error her first time up by Benwood. Heater up and away. Doors, 0-1. Slotted down and in. Called, strike 2. 0-2 pitch. Two-seamer up and in. Foul back. 0-2 remains the count. Change it down and away. Low, 1-2. Four-seamer up and away. Hit down the left field line, out of play by Leicester. 1-2. Two-seamer down and in. Blew it by him. He gone. Fourth punch out for Lee Mack, and that ends the inning. Good 1-2-3 inning for him here in the fourth. Bottom four, it's 2-1. DeKennis, Ventura, and Driver coming up. It's my favorite SP streamer, the GOAT, me. Thank you, one boy. I appreciate that. Welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you again. Hope your day has been well. Ours started all right, and then we kind of gave up a home run on a mistake pitch. Other than that, it's been a pretty even game so far. 2-1. Not a lot of action here offensively. DeKennis leads off the fourth here, as that's a heater at the knees on the cut fastball from Leicester, 1-0. That one's going to drop a little low this time, 1-1. Curve drops on the edge. Good pitch from Leicester, 1-2. Giving us almost nothing to work with. Curveball below the knees is chased, pulled to third. Kane Tambour makes the weak throw across, but it's in time. 1 down. Next up, Ventura, who's 10, so for 1. So at the right center his first time up. Changeup is inside for a strike, 0-1. That one's low this time, 1-1. Good hold. Slider up and in. He turns on it, skies it to left. That's going to hang up out there. Roquefort puts it away, 2 down. Base is empty for Driver, rookie 0 for 1 today. Change it down and in is a strike, 0-1 as Little Hack activates. Leicester just hit the 50-pitch mark. Dribble down, rope to third, base hit for Driver. It's his first career hit. Let's get that ball for you, Ruck. Great job, CT. He finally gets in the hit column. That brings up the rattled Benwood, who's popped out, and he has made an error in the field. Setting up that 2-run homers. That changeup's low, 1-0-1. If he hadn't made that error, we'd only be tied at 1. Cutter misses high from Leicester, 1-1. Slided down and in, popped him up. Shallow center field. Out for it is the shortstop, Caster, to put it away, and that ends the inning. Top 5, it's 2-1. Cruz, Pratt, and Slubby coming up. Here's Shane Cruz. Bash Blonde number 3 is 1 for 2 today with a single. He's locked in. Where's him down and in? Check strike, 0-1. Slided down in the way, chased, fouled off, 0-2. Two-seamer up and away. Chased it, strike 3. He gone. 5th punch out for Lee Mack. He's locked in again, and he's feeling it. Next up, Pratt. 2-run homer last time up. He's also singled. 2 for 2 today. Two-seamer down and in. Ball 1. Four-seamer down and away. Grounder to first, right at Murphy. He'll take it himself. 2 down. Next up, Slubby. 0 for 2. Intense. Change up and away in the first one. Skied it off the end of the bat to center. His Driver barely has to move a few steps to his right. He'll put it away. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Lee Mack. Bottom 5. Lee Mack leads off, then Simmons and Murphy. Here we go. See if we can get it rolling, Lee. Lee's 0 for 1 today, but he is locked in. Ground out his first time up. Slider hits the high inside edge from Leicester. Got the favorable calls. That's definitely a ball. 0-1. Heater, that's a strike. Okay, that's better. 0-2. Feet up and away, off the end of the back, grounder to short. Caster charges, throw to first, 1 down. Next up is Simmons, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's locked in as well. Change up high, 1-0, good take. Heater inside, pulled down the right field line by Simmons, but it goes foul. 1-1, a little early. Curveball hangs on the next pitch, rope to right center field, on the run, Success chasing after it, lays out, but it's over her glove as it hits the fence on a hop. Simmons again will have extra bases, his second double of the game. He's 3 for 3. Nice job, Garlic. You're seeing the ball well today. Back in the middle of my lineup, please do something. Here's Murphy, he's 0 for 2. 2 groundouts today for Albert. Curve down and in low, 1-0. Slider on the outside edge. What a pitch from Lester, 1-1. Cut up and in, rope to right field on the line. That is down for a base hit from the sliding Pratt, who shows off the dive wizard trait and makes a great throw home, holding Simmons at third. Runners at the corners, 1 down for Pruitt. Ground out and a pop out last at bat. He's 0 for 2. Choker active at tier 2 though for Lester, as it's a high pressure situation finally. Infield halfway, trying to determine whether to play double play or to go home with it. Slider on the edge, 0-1. Cut her down and then roped over the third baseman. Fair ball past the diving glove, and that's going to be into the corner. Extra bases for Pruitt. A little bit of a misplay there from Roquefort. Second runner coming around. Relay throw from Castor. Not in time. Thank you, Jackson Roquefort. That misplay in the corner leads to 2 runs on the double by Pruitt. We're back in the lead. 3-2 Bombers. Bomb one, Cringe Colonial, or pull it down the line, and we just did. Blacksmith up next, locked in. Flew out last at bat. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. She's also stolen a base. Heaters at the letters, 0-1. Ooh, good changeup. Damn, 0-2. Whiffer active. Cut her down and then pulled it out of play. 0-2. Way to hold it. Curved low. 1-2 the count. Curve low again, this time inside, 2-2. Change up, got out in front of it, but full to foul, 2-2. Change up and in, chopper to third, right at Tambor. He'll throw to first, gets the second out as Pruitt advances to third. RBI chance for DeKennis. He's 1 for 2 with a single, looking for another hit. And that is not going to be against Jamison Lester. He is done. 4 2/3 innings. 8 hits, 3 unruns given up. Runner at third, his responsibility. He's in line for the loss. Out of the pen is Silas Burnswell, the reliever. 3.38 ERA, 150 whip, and 3 strikeouts. Let's see what Burnswell can do out of the pen here. He's pitching only at about maybe 75, 66% stamina most likely. Going to try and get out of this jam here. Choker not active, though. DeKennis, the switch hitter, will bat left-handed for the first time today as that heater's inside. 1-0. Heater way. Ooh, good pitch at 99. 1-1. Heater down the middle. Turned on by DeKennis. Driven deep right center field. And we're going to drop it in on the target. Home run for DeKennis. Put it in the tall stands, right of center, and he gets his first homer of the season at 463. We extend the lead. It's 5-2. Nice job, Marvin. You got the hype, baby. It's a skyscraper, indeed. God damn. Ventura up next, tense, batting 0 for 2 today, so he's 1 for 14 on the season. Down and in change, or 2-seamer, that misses, 1-0. Burnswell tense. Curve misses low and in, 2-0 count to Ventura. Here, middle of the plate, line hard to center field, but Success is right there. That ends the inning. Home run, though, for DeKennis, gives us 2, and we get a 2-run double from Pruitt before that. 5-2 as we chase Lester from the mound, top 6. Roquefort, Castor, and Love coming up as Lee Mack can now come back out to try and give me a quality start. Let's go, Lee. Roquefort up first, 1 for 2 with a double. Lead down and the way is low, 1-0. Slide it down and then, ooh, that looked like it hurt. Right in the kaniki, god damn. Lee Mack is down. Took that one right to the South Pole. Castor up next, 0 for 1 with a walk. Man, boy, he went straight from locked into rattle. God damn, Lee. Hot damn. All right, how do we want to play this? Alright, Castor's up. He's probably going to try to steal. I think that's a... Yeah, it doesn't look good. I was going to leave Lee in and have him switch with Benwood to play shortstop the rest of the game, but since he got straight down to rattled, yeah, that's not worth it at that point. Okay, we're going to need to make a double switch here. We are going to go ahead and go to the bullpen. We're going to bring in Rog O'Connell first, as we're going to take Ventura out, and we are going to put Oldman at third base, or Rahan. Oldman is the better arm, so we'll stick him at third. He'll bat third next inning. Ooh, I get to ban someone. Hold on. Ban. Block and report. Stop trying to post my spam, your scam in my fucking chat, bro. Two scam links in chat. Yes. Let's see if I can delete these messages real quick. Ew. There we go. Okay. And we're back. There we go. Okay, good. He's banned. Perfect. We're back. Alrighty. So Oldman's in, as long with O'Connell. O'Connell's making his debut, so no stats to look at, but he was our worst bullpen reliever last year. He's here for low-pressure situations. So this one's technically still low pressure. We have a 3-run lead. Let's see what he can do here. O'Connell does have Tier 2 Elite 4-seamer to go with his slider and curveball. He's a well-rounded pitcher with decent accuracy, but he's just never really lived up to the hype. As the first pitch curved, dribbled softly to Benwood, flipped the second one, Blacksmith the first. Double play, you love to see it. There we go, O'Connell. Way to step up, big boy. 2 down for Love is 0 for 2. Forcing me down and in. That's chopped at the middle. Benwood ranging out of a diving reach, though, and that is a base hit as Love will keep the inning alive here against O'Connell. Here's Tambor, 0 for 2 with off-speed hitter active at Tier 1. Let's see if we can get this one across. Forcing the middle into Tambor. Line to third. Oldman is there, and that ends the inning. There we go. Rog, bottom 6. It's 5-2. Driver, Benwood, and Oldman coming up. Here's Driver, 1 for 2 with a single today. Tier 2 durable, got his first career hit last at bat. Facing the 10s, Burnswell still. Cutter down and in low, 1-0. Outside heater, caught the edge, 1-1. Curl down and then pulled foul by Driver, out of play, 1-2, activating Little Hack. Heater inside, grounder to third, right at Tambor, throw to first, 1 down. Next up, Benwood is rattled, 0 for 2 today. Flew out last at bat. He's made an error, and he's, I believe, popped out. Curve down in the way, that's a strike, 0-1. Burnswell still 10s. Heater up and in, jammed into center field on the line, and Benwood has his first hit of the season. He's on with a 1-out knock here in the 6th. Good job, Blake. Next up, Oldman, who's hitless on the year. Oldman getting his first at bat today. He just double switched in for Ventura at third. Heater up and in, 0-1. Looking for his first hit off the bench this season. Oldman's batting 0 for 1 as a hitter. Really here for his utility ability as the cannon arm expert off the bench. 1-1 count. Well outside on that heater from Burnswell. 2-1 as he's getting gassed. He's approaching 20 pitches. Heater up and away. He's popped down the right field line. That's going to be a tough play out there for the first baseman as it drops in there. Too much ground to cover. 2-2 count to Oldman. Heater down, dumped over short. That is a base hit for Oldman. His first hit of the season as he'll reach here with 1 down. 2 on now. Bombers threatening. Here comes Simmons. 3 for 3 today. He's doubled twice and singled. He's locked in, and he's going to face Hannah Butters. With Tier 2 reverse splits, Tier 1 volatile. She's coming in also at 66% stamina, so she is not at full strength either. But the Bird Lizards, if they want to stay in this, they need her out there to get these outs. No ERA, 129 whip, 1 strikeout on the year for Butters. Facing Simmons, who's ready to jump on the first pitch. Change up middle of the plate. Ripped up the first baseline. Fair ball past the diving Slubby into the corner. Pratt misplays it as well. That's going to let at least one score. Second runner is held. RBI double for Simmons. His third double of the game. It is 6-2. Add that insurance run. Here's Murphy. 1 for 3 with a single. Reverse split's active against him. Infield is in now. Change up down. That's low. 1-0. Murphy looking to jump on one. Change-up's inside, 2-0, so no little hack to help him. He's going to have to do it himself. Just playing down the lines. Exactly, that's what we're doing. Change-up down. Ooh, he's looking for the line, but he's early. 2-1. Change-up up and in. Hard grounder past both diving infielders into right field. One run will score. Second runner is held. RBI knock for Murphy. It's 7-2. Here comes Pruitt. 2-run double last to bat. He's 1 for 3. His Butters is tense, and this is her third required batter. She has the pitch here. Heater up and in. 1-0. Change it down. Pulled foul. 1-1. Checked in the dirt. Good hold on the curve. 2-1. Change of hangs, ripped to left field on the line by Pruitt. That's going right to Roquefort at the warning track, but that is deep enough to score Simmons from third. Sacrifice fly, it's 8-2. Add another run. That's 3 in the inning. And here comes Blacksmith, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Butters stays out there. Curve low, 1-0. Curve outside, 2-0. Good hitters count for Blacksmith. Curve, oof. That's a heater. That's going places. 2-1. Change up outside. 3-1 count. Chased it up and in heater. Full count. Whiffer active, and the runner will be off. Change up chase. Pulled foul. We'll do it again. Change up. Oh, got me on it. Damn it. I was looking heater. Punch out for Butters to finally end the inning, but that move to their ace reliever did not pan out for the Bird Lizards as they give up 3 more runs. 8-2 to the 7th. Success, Butters, and Cruz coming up. Here's Success, 0 for 2 today. Center fielder going to look to break through against O'Connell. Going into his second inning of work. Heater high, 1-0. Curveball down. Pulled foul, 1-1. Receiver up and in. Doors, 1-2. There we go. Slided down and away. Low, 2-2. Slider up and away, outside, 3-2. Roll down and in. Success, check ball 4. A walk for O'Connell. Another one of his problems. He tends to walk people. Here's Butters, pinch hitting for her. Is going to be Chloe Rodriguez, the rattled third baseman, with 1 RBI in the air, but she is hitless. Tier 1 consistent is active. And even with consistent, she's still rattled. That's not a great sign. Distractor also active at Tier 2, dropping O'Connell's accuracy by 20 here. Heater inside. That is turned on and belted by Rodriguez, who was geared for the first one. Simmons retreating, now in. Puts it away for the first out. All right, pinch hitter retired. Here's Cruz. Bash blind 1 for 3 with a single. Ball down and in. Check strike. 0-1. Slider down. Chase, grounder, high hopper to short. Benwood to second, 1. Blacksmith to first. Double play, you love to see it as that ends the inning. Attaboy O'Connell. Out of the bullpen, mop-up woman, Flower, Macho Man. Tense with an infinite whip, 0 ERA, and no strikeouts. Tier 2, elite changeup active. Just as Tier 2 easy jumps. I think the Bird Lizards just threw in the towel. Here's DeKennis, O'Connell, and Driver. DeKennis 2 for 3, 2-run bomb last time up. He also has a single today. Heater at the knees, 0-1. Now he's back to the right side of the plate because he homered from the left side. Heater up, lined at the first base line. Ooh, just foul, 0-2. He was going for it. Change up, strike 3. Chased it low. Macho Man gets the punch out. 1 down for O'Connell. He's only at 12 pitches. Go ahead, Rog. You can bat. First bat of the year. Check, change up at the letters, 0-1. Outside heater, 1-1. Heater then lined up the middle. Base hit for O'Connell. His first hit, I think, of his career. Nice job, Rog. He's on with 1 down. Let's go. He's locked in now. Here's Driver, 1 for 3 with a single. Easy jumps active at Tier 2, but we're not stealing. Not with a pitcher. Come on now. I ain't that crazy. Change up in there away, 0-1. Plus, we're up 6 runs. It's rude. Little hack active for Driver. Outside heater, well, off the zone, 1-1. Change up, pulled foul, 1-2. Chased it, strike 3. A punch out for Macho Man, her second. 2 down for Benwood. Went through the single, he's rattled. He's jumps active. Change it down, pulled foul, chased it, 0-1. Heater down, line by Benwood to right field, but it's right at Pratt, and that ends the inning. To the 8th, we're still up 6. Pratt, Slubby, and Roquefort coming up. Pratt leading off, 2 for 3, 2-run homer and a single. I'm going to double switch Benwood out of the game here. Or we're just going to take him out, actually. We're going to bring in utility player Zechariah Rahan as he's going to play shortstop, utility man. And O'Connell will enter his 3rd inning of work. Heater down and then line hard, picked by Murphy on a hop, takes it himself, 1 down. No problem there at the first base side. Slubby up next, tense, he's 0 for 3. Ball middle in. Hanger popped up foul on the 3rd base side. Oldman calling for it as he's got plenty of room. Puts it away behind the coach's box. 2 down. Now to bring up a Roquefort, 2 for 3 with a double and a single today. Slide it down in the way. Chased and fouled off. That was almost a 3-pitch inning. 0-1. Forcing up and away. Chased, fouled back. It's 0-2. Curl down in the way. Chased it. Grounder back to the mound. O'Connell fields. Throw to first. 1-2-3 inning for him. He's through 8. 3 shutout innings for O'Connell out of the pen. Bottom 8. It's 8-2. Oldman, Simmons, and Murphy coming up. You know damn well I'm going to send him back after the 9th. That was a 5-pitch inning. Oldman leading off. 1 for 1 with a single today. Changeup checked on the corner from Macho Man. 0-1. She's back to neutral. Slider low and away, 1-1. Heater up, fair ball. Nope, just foul. Damn, 1-2. Heater down, lined over short, leaping out of the reach of Love. It's a base hit, and Oldman 2 for 2 off the bench today. Good start for him today. Now to bring up Simmons, 4 for 4 today, 3 doubles, a single, and 1 run driven in. He's also stolen a base. Change up out in front of the first one, 0-1. Good pitch. Change up inside, out of play, 0-2. You're up and away, swung through it, strike 3. 3rd punch out for Macho Man. 1 down for Murphy, 2 for 4, 2 singles and an RBI. Drove in that run last at bat. Heater up and in, 0-1. Little hack active. Heater up and in, line jammed to short, caught by Castor for the 2nd out. Now to bring up Pruitt, 1 for 3 with a 2-run double and a sac fly last at bat. Change it down and in, that's a strike, 0-1. Slider middle in, turned on by Pruitt, driven deep left center, but he didn't quite get enough on that one. To the warning track is success. She'll put it away, and that ends the inning, but we hold a 6-run lead to the 9th. Castor, Love, and Tambor. O'Connell looking for that 4-inning save. Here's Castor 0 for 2 of the walk. First pitch slider down and in. Fair ball, nope, foul up the first base line, 0-1. Pushed it too far. Puts him down in the way, line to second. Lunging Blacksmith out of her reach into the right center gap. Cut off by Driver just before the wall. Base rounder active. She's going to go for 2. Throw in from Driver, just late. Base rounder's not active. She's dead to rights. Leadoff woman in scoring position for Love. 1 for 3 with a single. Curveball down in the way in the first one. That's a strike. 0-1. Ripping in. Line to left center field. Simmons on the run. Lays out past him into the gap and off the wall in the ricochet. And that's going to be back-to-back doubles here for the Bird Lizards. They score a run off O'Connell. It's 8-3. He goes down to neutral. I think we pull him now. Tambor up next, 0 for 3. Still got a 5-run lead here. We're going to go to the pen here. You tempt me. You tempt me. They tasked me. Do I waste one of my good arms yet? Let's go with Dakota first. Mop-up guys coming in. Vicente Dakota made his debut on opening day, giving up 1 run in an inning, 9 ERA, a 2 whip. Gave up 2 hits with a strikeout, batting average against 400. Trying to slam the door here against the Bird Lizards with a 5-run lead. First pitch heater down in the way to Tambor. That's a strike, 0-1. Tambor does still have off-speed hitter active, and Ace Exterminator is not active because we went with the low-level reliever. 2-seamer down and in, jammed on the ground of second. Blacksmith charges, takes the out at first, 1 down as the runner goes to third. Here's Success over 2 with a walk. We're going to play back here. That run doesn't mean anything. Slide it down on the first pitch. Low from Dakota. 1-0. Forcing her away. Chased it outside. 1-1. Vicente Dakota is the younger brother of reliever Eric Dakota. He's also the younger brother of center fielder Lennox Dakota, who is on our team. It's nice to see him get to play with his older sister. Slider inside misses. 2-1. Down and away. Low. 3-1. 2-seam up and in. Foul back. Count full. 4-seam up and away. Chased. Popped it out of play. Count still full. Slided down and away. Grounder at the middle to short. Rahan to his left cuts it off. He'll throw to first. 2 down. RBI ground out though for Success as that brings home another run. It's 8-4. That is charged to O'Connell. And here's Macho Man, the pitcher, pinch hitting for her. Last chance for the Bird Lizards is backup catcher September Potts, who's hitless on the year. In the first one, pulled to the gap, left center field. She was geared up for the heater, and she's going to capitalize on it as that's a one-hopper to the wall. Driver gets it in, but it is a double, the 3rd double of the inning for the Bird Lizards offense. And here comes Shane Cruz, Splash Blonde number 3, has RBI 0 active at Tier 2. He's 1 for 4 with a single today. No longer locked in. First pitch slider down and in from Dakota. Grounded to Blacksmith. Backhands to her right. Throw to first, and that ends the game. Bombers win 8-4 as we open our home season with a win on our banner reveal night. Let's go. 2-2. 2-2 now in the year. Bird Lizards fall to 1-2. Nice job, guys. Big win today as we move to 2-2. We get back to 500 with that win as we get a lot of runs there in the middle innings off their tired relievers and there's a tired starter. And then we just cruised to victory after that. O'Connell was actually, good out of the pen until that 9th inning happened. And Dakota did his job. Got it done. Plus, great start from Lee Mack. 5+ innings. I wish he could have gotten that quality start, but, a line drive to the dick will kind of stop you in your tracks. Pratt gets a 2-run homer off of Lee Mack, but that was the only runs they scored off of our starter. Also had RBI ground out from Success and an RBI double, I believe, from Love, if I remember correctly. On the other side for us, we had RBI for Simmons on a double. Murphy had an RBI single. Pruitt had 3 RBIs today, 1 on a single. And then she had, that's Pruitt. I'm sorry. Pruitt had a 2-run double. That was his only hit. Then he had a sac fly. Blacksmith had an RBI single. There we go. DeKennis had the big 2-run homer that really put it out of reach. So that was the exclamation mark. Pitching lines, Lester 4 2/3, 8 hits, 4 earned runs given up. He takes the loss, falling to 0-1 as we finally get the better of him for once in this series. Burnswell 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 runs on 3 hits with a homer. Butters 2/3 of an inning, 1 earned run, 2 hits, and a strikeout. Macho Man 2 very good innings, 2 hits, striking out 3. That changeup really messed with my mind. Damn. On the other side, Lee Mack, 5+ innings today. He was going for the quality start until he took a line drive to the dick, but you know what? He got the win. 5 hits, a walk, an earned run, 5 strikeouts, and a homer. He improves to 1-0. O'Connell, 3 innings plus, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk. He was good until that 4th inning where he gave up back-to-back doubles to lead off the inning, so it is what it is. At least he didn't give up a home run. And Dakota, the rookie, 1 hit given up in his relief of O'Connell, giving up an inherited runner to score. Player of the game, Simmons, with his 4-hit day at the top of the lineup, driving in 1. He also scored 3 times, stole a base. He had 3 doubles as well. Pratt, 2 for 4 day, had the 2-run homer. That was the driving force of the Bird Lizards offense. And then DeKennis had a 2 for 4 day. He matched Pratt with a home run of 2 runs. Love to see it. A dub is a dub. And now we enter the part of the season where we start simming. So the way this is going to go is, for those of you who aren't familiar with the series, we sim, after playing the first 4 games of the season, we will sim the next 4 games to see how the team is doing in the sim. Since this is a special season where we are defending a championship from last year, we may, if the sim goes well in the 4, we may stretch that to 8 games, depending on how well the team is doing. So we're going to try to get through this season a bit faster if we're winning more often, so that way we can get back to the postseason for the title defense. Looking around the league first, before we do any of that, we see Kason Vu, a former reliever of ours, get signed by the Tramplers, who replace Jose Black, who's regressed really poorly. We'll see Blake Benwood learned how to play the entire infield. Good for you, Blake. Now, if only you actually could field. Jesus. All right. Player development, I don't think we want to buy anything right now, do we? Simmons, he doesn't need that. Speed for Nunez, she's catcher, it doesn't really matter. Murphy, contact, he doesn't need. Thicket, velocity, and junk, I wish it was accuracy. Pruitt, speed, you're in right field, you don't normally need to run anything down, bro. And Rahan, 2 arm and power. Cheap upgrade, and we got 1 game on it, we'll wait. Alright, let's sim up to the next one real quick. Alright, and the Thumpers have won their next 2 games. So they are 4-1. They are currently leading the division. So our next 4 games, which we are definitely simming, are against the Trackers, the Flyers. Damn it, I wanted to play the Flyers. Bards and Below Zeros. And then we'll see how things are going. We may sim these next 4 games depending on how well this sim is going. Alright. So first up are the Trackers. Radical back on the mound. She'll take on their ace, Justin Marshall, former Furry Flyers ace for that time in the series, for those who remember then. Lineup set for that game. We're going to go ahead and sim it. Radical comes in with a loss on opening day with a ERA above 6 and a whip just above 1. Marshall's 0-1. He also lost on opening day, and Trackers are 0-4 to start the year. He has a 5.68 ERA and an 0.95 whip. I think the only person doing anything on their offense is Alika O'Brien down there. Or Abdil. I forget if it's Abdil or Alika. Either way, dude is on... He's jacked right now. He's jacked, bro. Alright, let's see how this sim goes here real quick. Alright, taking on the winless Trackers. They get out early on Radical. 2-2 game, and we blow it late. Okay. So that's a game we could have won. We probably should have won. Alright, Lee Mack or Oldman? Ooh. I believe McDonald is older, so I'm going to drop him on this one. Because he's 28. I believe Oldman is 23. Alright, next up are... Well, sim first. Flyers are up next. They're 4-1, leading their division. So it's Thicket versus Livingston. We'll preview that in a second. Let's look around the league real quick. DeKennis loses 2 arm. Not great as a catcher at 25. And Alexander Eccles, veteran third baseman, got picked up by the Below Zeros. He'll replace Michelle Plows, one of their catchers. Alright, lineup is set as... Ooh, Dakota is juiced. Hello, hello, Dakota. Go get you some, girl. Alright, Thicket versus Livingston. Thicket... Oh, right, player development. Almost forgot. Ha. No, 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 no. Maybe. It's at 6%. Let's get to double digits, then we'll buy it. There we go. Alright, Thicket 0-1, 4.50 ERA, 1.17 whip. Livingston... 1-0. He did not give up a run his first start, getting the win. 0.80 whip. He has Tier 2 Elite Slider as well. Thicket has Tier 3 Consistent to boost. Let's see how it goes. Alright, we're out early on the Flyers. And we blow the lead late, but win in 10 innings 5-3. Thank you, bullpen. Alright, back to 500. Plus free speed, like I'd take that. Ooh, 25% chance to gain power versus left-hander. Okay, Ventura gets +9 power, up to a B+. Quinn, what are you doing? I gave you a day off and you magically come back with 9 power? What are you doing, bro? Vincent Schaefer to the Tramplers. He'll replace Randy Lee in the rotation. Nice to see Randy hasn't regressed much here in the series. He's still a B+. And Lee Mack loses 4 velocity, so now the regression might be kicking in for Lee. He may no longer be on the roster. We may upgrade his rotation slot moving forward. Yeah. Okay, so long extra chance to get Junk. Junk's already kind of his jam, so pass. Nunez, we're not giving you speed. You're a catcher. That doesn't really matter. Meltdown for Nickerson. No. Big no. That is a good one. We're definitely going to buy that one. Pruitt extra speed. I don't want to waste this money. Rahan, we're definitely buying this. That's for sure. 2 arm to 60, 1 power to 24. Bonus 2 arm. We're not going to get that. But loyalty goes up, so that's good. You know what? We'll take the speed on Pruitt. Why not? 3 speed to 59. Bonus 5 speed. Not going to get it, of course. But loyalty's almost maxed out for Pruitt, so that's good. And we're definitely going to buy this one for DeKennis when it comes up in 2 games. So that's it for now. Alright, so Thumpers continue to win. They're now at 5-1. We're 3-3. We're taking on the Bards next time. Now, they made the semifinals. Again, lost to us last year. They also were the division leader for the longest part of the season, but we managed to beat them out at the end of the season for the division title. We then beat them in the playoffs as well. So it was a good battle between us and the Bards all season. So on the mound for them, former MVP Cy Young winner Gresham Harris. Those of you who remember the original Thumpers, he was one of our playoff signings. Tier 2 rally stopper. Actually, he was our Season 2 signing. We signed him from the Champs, who went to the finals in year 1 and lost to us. But he was the one who won their one game against us in that best of 3. So I was really happy to steal him away from them, and he became our ace of our rotation for a few years. Oh, and one with a 12.27 ERA, 2.45 whip. For us, it's Philly Mack. 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA and a 1.67 whip. Tier 2 K Neglector, Tier 2 Elite Curveball. Set the lineup real quick. There we go. And let's sim it and see what happens. Bard's not looking good right now at 2-4. They score in the first, but we answer with 8 unanswered runs and then win 8-2. So we'll take that every day of the week. Nothing like beating up on the Bards. We're now 4-3, sitting in second. Still sitting in second. O'Connell or DeKennis? Ooh, I believe they're around the same age. O'Connell's 25 and DeKennis is 25. Catcher or reliever? O'Connell's making less money, so I think DeKennis needs the loyalty. All right. Let's see. Looking around the league, Blacksmith loses 6 speed. She is older, so she is 33. That regression is expected. Down to 72. Aylin Dalton to the Night Bats, replacing Josiah Patton in left field. And Quick Instigate is released by the Toucans for infielder Hector Lowe. Clayton Hardcore released by the Night Bats for veteran Brian Smile. Jackson Tate released by the Furry Flyers. He'll be replaced by Lucas Offside, the infielder. Wade Sportsman, former catcher for the Dive Bombers at 1 point, goes to the Thumpers. He'll replace Hezekiah Thurtsy. Nunez gets +6 power. Elite, what the hell? Is Ventura giving you some of his stash? The fuck, Nunez? Damn. +6 power up to 86. Amir Garrett to the Thumpers. He'll replace Alika O'Brien on their bench. Okay, so that O'Brien we faced earlier was Abdil O'Brien. So this is Alika. Okay, Jace Bale to the Nocturnals was replaced by Mateo De Leon. Alright. Y'all watch him. The shit in the clubhouse. Hey, look, I didn't see nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, God. Alright, next up are the Below Zeros, who are 1-6 on the year, and we're 4-3. Won 2 of the 3 games so far in the sim. Lee Mack, unfortunately, still tense after the line drive to the crotch. 1-0 with a 1.80 ERA and a 1.20 whip, and on the mound for them is Alex Bernard. No record, a 1.80 ERA and a 1.20 whip. Below Zeros just missed the playoffs last season. So they lost out to the Bionics, and our division was stacked last year. We had 3 teams from our division make it, so... Okay, what do we got here? O'Connell can get Tier 2 clutch. On a reliever, that could make or break his career. I like that. Chance to get a changeup for Briggs. Okay, I like that one too. Get her a 4th pitch. Damn, that would be diabolical right there. And obviously DeKennis. We knew we were getting these. So these 3 are all good. And I think we have just enough money to buy all 3 of them. Alright, here we go. Come on, Lee. Give me a good start, brother. 2 runs early, and we respond with 8 unanswered, and we end up winning 8-3. Good job, guys. Way to go, offense. We improved to 5-3. We won 3 out of 4. Now, normally, I would say let's sim the next 4 games. And I'm very tempted to do so. But we're playing the Thumpers next, who are currently leading our division at 7-1. I kind of want to play that matchup. Especially with our ace on the mound, Rebecca Radical. That is going to be a great matchup. Just make sure they don't play again in the sim. And they do not. Okay, so it's going to be a battle of the aces next time out between us and the Thumpers. Thumpers currently in first place at 7-1. We're 5-3 in second place. Radical on the mound versus Jagger Drummond. So Radical does not look as good as she has in the past, and she may be feeling a little bit of her age. Jagger Drummond is still elite, and he's actually pitched well here in his 2 starts. He just hasn't gotten any run support. So they've gotten runs for him after the game is over. But one of those losses, their only loss was actually with him on the mound. So, ooh, okay. I like this matchup. So next time out, this will be the game we play. It'll be us and the Thumpers, Radical versus Drummond. Great marquee pitching matchup. I can't wait for that one. First things first, though, player development. No signings. Chance to get power, speed, and contact for Nunez. Little hack lose for Murphy. No, not even close. Alright, first things first. We get O'Connell's because his has the highest chance of expiring. And I want to make sure I'm able to get all 3 of them, and I believe I will. So O'Connell first. 1 velo to 62, 1 junk to 62, 1 accuracy to 72. Rolling for tier 2 clutch. Does not get it. That could have made him as an elite reliever. But he's a B plus now, so he's developing at least. DeKennis, you're next. Tier 2 power to 74, plus 2 contact to 58. Bonus 2 power? No. Bonus 4 contact? No. Damn. Rolling for tier 2 power versus left-hander. Damn it. Did not get that either. Damn, that would have been big. And last one, Briggs. 1 junk to 48, 1 accuracy to 74. Bonus 3 junk. We don't get it. Rolling for the changeup to get a 4th pitch in her mix. No. Damn, so we missed out on all the bonus rolls there. But she's also now a B+, so that's good to see. Bullpen is getting better. Alrighty, so next time out, we do play the Thumpers. Lineup is set for that one, so we'll go through that next time. Ooh, Simmons is tense now, and they want him at the bottom of the order. Okay, I would rather have Ventura there. Let's be real. Move to Kennis. Ventura, Driver, Simmons. Honestly, I trust Simmons more, so I'm going to put him here. And Ventura, then Driver. Yeah, I'll go with that one. That's fine with me. Alright, it's set for next time. No, F you don't deserve Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, but that is going to do it for this episode, everybody. Big win today for the Dive Bombers as we do manage to blow out the Bird Lizards. I believe the final score was 8-4, if I remember correctly. I have to go back and look. It's been a minute. Yes, 8-4. We then sim the next 4 games of the season, losing to the Trackers 4-2. I don't know why we would bring Dakota in an entire game, but it is what it is. We then win the next 3 games against the Flyers, who are leading their division. We beat the Bards, last year's playoff semifinals matchup, and we beat the Below Zeros, who are not doing well. So 3 out of 4 in the sim's pretty good. We go 4 out of 5 wins here in the episodes. That's good. And as tempting as it is to sim right now, I want to play this game against the Thumpers, who are leading the division, and we'll see them next time out. They come in at 7-1, so they have bounced back big this season after missing the playoffs last year. They are raring to go, and besides us, they're the only other team in our division that has a winning record. So this is the matchup we want to hone in on for the season, so we'll keep an eye on it. But that's where we'll lead off next episode, and then we'll probably sim a few more games. We'll definitely sim the Toucans game. They're not doing well. Beast, let's check that one real quick. Beast are 5-4. That's an iffy matchup. We can sim that one too. False Knights, though, I believe are leading their division. Let me check that. No, they were. But they're looking good too, so we'll see how the sim plays out for them. We'll definitely sim the Bottlenoses game, though, if we get that far. Alright, but we're through a third of the season now, and we're looking good, 5-3. So far, so good. We are in position to make a playoff appearance if it were to end today, so let's keep plugging away at it, and hopefully we can keep it momentum rolling as we approach the halfway mark of the season next episode. If you made it this deep, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch if you're watching it here, and you'll be notified next time I go live. And if you're watching this over on YouTube, and you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch is down in the description below if you want to come over to this platform and watch the games live before they're posted. You can also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. That's at PracNasty over here as well for those curious. Quick shout out to One Boy for tuning in and chatting with me throughout the stream. Appreciate that, buddy. Everyone else, I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.